Good morning, children. Today we are going to read Unit 2 Supplementary, The Gulliver's Travels. Today we are going to see Supplementary Gulliver's Travel. It is one of the very interesting stories. Okay, children, let us see the story in a brief manner. Let's see this interesting story now. Gulliver, a ship's doctor, took a job on a ship that was going on a long voyage. The voyage started well, but soon things changed dramatically. The ship caught in a violent storm and was thrown off course. Then it hit a rock and broke up completely. Children, you know very well who is doctor, is it no? He is a person who is take care of sick people, is it no? In the same way, Gulliver is ship's doctor. So if something happen in ship, repair something technical work, he repair that work in a ship. So he is called a ship's doctor, Gulliver. So he went on a long journey in a sea. That's called voyage. Voyage means long journey in sea or space. The voyage started well. Afterwards, the things changed completely. What happened? The ship caught in a violent storm in the sea. So the ship collapsed. In that storm, the ship hit in a rock and the ship broke up completely. 6 of the crew members, including Gulliver, got into a small boat and rowed until they were overturned by a big wave which came up suddenly. Gulliver was a good swimmer and he managed to swim till he reached land. So 6 of crew members, the people, those who work in a ship or in a aircraft, that is called crew. Here the meaning is given. Crew, a group of people operate ship or aircraft, including Gulliver. After the ship collapsed, afterwards they get into a small boat and they started to row. What happened suddenly? Again one big wave come and also that big wave collapsed the small boat also. So Gulliver was a good swimmer. The people, those who are working in ship, they know very well the swimming. So Gulliver also a good swimmer. So he started to swim until he reached the land. The coast appeared strange and lonely. Gulliver dragged himself along the shore. He looked for some people or houses, but there was no sign of life. Hungry and exhausted, he fell on a patch of grass and fell into a deep sleep. So now Gulliver reached the land. That coast means Kadarkara area, Kadaroram. Coast, that coast appeared strange. Strange means stranger, we called an unknown person. So that strange means here new place for him. And lonely, no one is there. Gulliver dragged himself along the shore. He looked for some people or houses. After he reached the shore also the side of sea. He looked for some people or houses. But there was no sign of life. So அங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மக்கள் வாழக்கூடியதுக்கான ஒரு சிம்பிளே எதுவும் இல்லை. அங்கே யாரும் பீப்புள் இருக்கிற மாதிரி தெரியல. And he feels so hungry and exhausted. Exhausted means very tired. He swim long time, so he felt tired and he fell on a patch of grass. See that Gulliver fell here, and fell into a deep sleep. So after a long swimming, he feel exhausted and he fell into the patch of grass and he fell into a deep sleep. When Gulliver woke up, he was lying on his back and the sun was in his face. When he tried to got up, he found himself unable to sit up or move at all. Terrified and puzzled, he tried to turn his head. He found his arms and legs were securely tied with slender strings on each side and attached to pegs fixed on the ground. His hair, which was long and thick, was similarly tied down. When Gulliver woke up from his lying, uh, when he woke up, when the sun was on his face, he woke up. At that time, he tried to get up and found he was unable to sit up or move at all. Terrified, Gulliver was terrified, scared, and puzzled, disturbed. Something disturbed him. He was unable to move. He tried to turn his head, but it also not possible because what happened? He found his arms and legs were tied with slender strings. Stringsனா சின்ன சின்ன நூல் அந்த குச்சி கம்பி மாதிரி வச்சு கட்டி வச்சிருக்காங்க on each side and attached to pegs fixed on the ground. Pegs here refers to a sharp pin. That sharp pin attached, they are fixed in the ground. So Gulliver was tied up with something and also he was not able to move from that place. He has long hair. So his hair also tied up. So totally he is puzzled what happened. He don't know. So similarly everything, his hair, leg, his arms, everything was tied up. Okay, here terrified means scared, puzzle means disturbed, peg means a sharp pin. So what is the opposite of terrified? Unafraid. Opposite of puzzle? Clarify. He felt something moving along his body, almost up to his chin. To his surprise, he saw a human being not 6 inches high, with a bow and arrow in his hands and a quiver at his back. Gulliver later learned that these creatures were called Lilliputians. Listen, he was tied up with the Lilliputians, tied up with that small people. He felt something moving. After that only he felt that something moving on his body up to his chin. Chin, that picture, see, touch after below our mouth, this place is called that place is called chin. To his surprise, he saw human beings not 6 inches high. So what about something moving along his body? He found the human beings. That human beings, they are not at all 6 inch high. Not a 6 inch. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 cm. So here, listen, the people they are not 6 inch high. And they have bow and arrow in his hands. And also quiver at his back. See, bow and arrow. That in this picture we have shown that bow, arrow, and quiver means that back side, one back. We kept that bow in that back. That is called quiver. So that that men, Lilliputians, that small men, they have bow and arrow in their hands and also quiver at their back. Gulliver later learned that these creatures were called Lilliputians. Later only, not in that time, afterwards, after few days, he know that these people are called Lilliputians. Lilliputians na yaru? Kullargal, kulla மனிதர்கள். அவங்க 6 inch உயரம் கூட இல்ல. Startled by this sight, Gulliver cried out and soon managed to free his left arm. The frightened Lilliputians fired dozens of tiny arrows into his hand, face, and body until he once again lay down calmly. The Lilliputians then built a stage to Gulliver's side that was about a foot and a half tall, upon which an obviously important person stood and made a 10-minute speech to Gulliver in a language he could not understand. Listen, Gulliver was frightened, so he cried out, shout, and soon managed to free his left arm. Suddenly, after a struggle, he managed to free his left hand. So the Lilliputian frightened. So he fired dozens of tiny arrows on Gulliver's hand, face, and body. Again, one until Gulliver lay down calmly. Still now they are tried to fired dozens of arrows on Gulliver's face, hand, and body. Then the Lilliputian built a stage nearby Gulliver. That stage also uh, about a foot and a half tall only. That one man, that important man, stood on the stage and they talked 10 minutes in his own language. Gulliver doesn't understand that language. Startle here, fright, dozen means 12. Here dozens, many arrows. Okay, so they have given dozens of arrows. By now, Gulliver was really hungry. With a gesture, he signaled to the little people that he wanted food and drink. The Lilliputian first got Gulliver to promise to behave himself and then promised to get him some food. See the picture, gesture. What does mean by gesture? Gulliver was very hungry. With gesture, he doesn't know the Lilliputians language. Lilliputians also don't know the Gulliver's language. So he gave a gesture. What does mean by gesture? Gesture na கையில அப்படியே ஜாட காமிப்போம் இல்லையா அதான். ஸோ மில்க் அப்படின்னா இப்படி கையை வச்சு இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிக்சரில் அவங்க சொல்கிறாங்க பாருங்க மில்க்குக்கு அண்டு ஃபுட்டு how he shown his gesture and also hungry he kept his hand in the stomach. So in that kind of gesture gesture here action with the hands body. So he gave gesture to the Lilliputian, that little people he want food and drink. So Lilliputian got a promise from Gulliver. What promise? To behave himself, to behave in a proper way, don't harm to the Lilliputians, and then promised get him some food. So then only they are ready to give the food to Gulliver. They soon brought baskets of meat and several loaves of bread, which he ate 3 at a time because they were so tiny. The Lilliputians also brought 2 barrels of drink, which he enjoyed even though the barrels were similar than a glass. Listen, after they got permission from Gulliver, they ready to give food. They brought baskets of meat. That baskets of meat, little meat only, little bit. Several loaves of bread. So many loaves of breads, which he ate 3 at a time. Listen, 3 breads at a time he can able to eat because that thing is very tiny. That people also very small, no? So their eatable things also very tiny. The Lilliputians also brought 2 barrels. Listen, 2 barrels of drink. That Gulliver enjoyed that drink and he drink that. Listen, that barrels, no, which were smaller than a glass. We have glass, no, that barrels is very smaller than our glass. Gulliver was tempted as he lay on the ground to take up 50 of the small creatures in his hand and crush them. But he did not want to be prickled with arrows again, and he had promised to behave in exchange for good treatment. Okay. After he had taken his drinks and meat, he was tempted as he lay on the ground. He took 50 small creatures in his hand and he tried to crush them. But he did not like prickled arrows again. மறுபடியும் அந்த arrow போட்டு குத்துவாங்க. ஸோ அது நமக்கு வேணாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கலிவர் விட்டுறாரு. அந்த பீப்புளையும் க்ரஷ் பண்ணாமல் விட்டுறாரு. And he had promised, and he think that he had already promised to behave. And after that promise only they have given him food. And that then only they have treated Gulliver in a good way. So he left that Lilliputians, not crush them. Tempted means do something wrong. After he had eaten, Gulliver promptly fell asleep because his drink had a sleeping draught in it. They then set up transporting Gulliver to the capital. They used a large platform with 22 wheels pulled by dozens of 4.5 inches horses. They have given drink and food to Gulliver. No, in that drink they have mixed something, so that drink caused sleep to Gulliver. So after he had drank that drink, he fell asleep. Then they decided to shift Gulliver to the capital. So they set a platform to carry the Gulliver. In that platform they fixed 22 wheels. Their wheels, their people also in small size, and their wheel also in small size. So they used making a platform with 22 wheels. And see the horse sizes, 4.5 inches horse. So they are ready to take Gulliver to capital. They somehow managed to put him on the platform and dragged Gulliver down the road to the city. Suddenly Gulliver woke up when the vehicle stopped. Anyhow, they managed, all the Lilliputians together joined and managed to put the Gulliver on the platform. After that they dragged means to pull, இழுத்துட்டு போறது, dragged Gulliver down to the road to the city. After that Gulliver wake up suddenly when the vehicle stopped. Suddenly Gulliver woke up when the vehicle stopped. 2 or 3 curious young Lilliputians wanted to see how Gulliver looked when asleep. They climbed up into the engine and, advancing very softly to his face, put the sharp end of their half pike into his left nostril. This trickled Gulliver's nose like a straw and made him sneeze. See what the Lilliputians do. Gulliver woke up when the vehicle stopped. At the time Gulliver woke up. Okay, then 2 or 3 Lilliputians wanted to know how to Gulliver sleep. So they climbed into the engine and seeing his face softly. Then what happened? See in this picture, this boy have a pen, like pencil like one thing in his hand. No, in that something in like a stick they have insert into Gulliver's nose, nostril, nose, that is in the left nose. What happened if we put something in our nose? What happened? Automatically we started to sneeze. In the same way he prickled in Gulliver's nose. In the time, at the time Gulliver started to sneeze. Sneeze means தும்பல், தும்புறது, தும்புறம் இல்லையா, தும்பும் இல்லையா, அதுதான் தும்பல். That is called a sneeze. As they started to moving again, Gulliver saw that more than 100,000 Lilliputians had come out to see the strange giant. It was carnival atmosphere and the Lilliputians seemed to be enjoying themselves, much to Gulliver's amusements. Finally they arrived at the emperor's palace. The emperor was there to receive Gulliver. Listen what happened. They dragged Gulliver to the capital, is it not? As they started to moving again, Gulliver saw that more than 1,000 sorry 100,000, that means 1000. Gulliver saw that more than 100,000 Lilliputians came there in palace to see the strange giant. They all think that Gulliver is a giant. It was carnival atmosphere. அந்த அட்மாஸ்பியர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு விழா மாதிரி, திருவிழா கோலம் மாதிரி கலிவரை ரிசீவ் பண்றதுக்கு அத்தனை கூட்டம் அங்கே நின்றுட்டு இருக்கு. Carnival atmosphere, festival atmosphere, and the Lilliputians seemed to enjoy themselves. They are enjoying to receive Gulliver. Finally, they arrived at Emperor's palace. பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எம்பரரோட பேலஸை அரைவ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. The emperor was there to receive Gulliver. So emperor அங்க வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு கலிவரை ரிசீவ் பண்றதுக்காக. Gulliver was lodged in an old and disused temple. His leg was chained and he could only move about a little bit. After few weeks, the Lilliputians and the emperor decided that he meant them no harm. So Gulliver was set free to roam around Lilliput on the condition that he would not harm them and would help them in whatever way he could. Gulliver agreed and was freed. He was provided with food and water. A house was built for him. So what happened after the emperor received Gulliver? Gulliver was lodged in an old and disused temple. So he was chained up. கட்டி போட்டு ஒரு டெம்பிளில் யூஸ் பண்ணாத ஒரு டெம்பிளில் இவரை போட்டு அடைச்சிட்டுறாங்க. இவரோட லெக் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஹிஸ் லெக் வாஸ் செயின்டு அண்டு ஹீ குட் ஒன்லி மூவ். அப்போ காலையும் கட்டி வச்சிடறாங்க, கொஞ்சம் தூரம் மட்டும்தான் நடக்க முடியும். ஆஃப்டர் ஃபியூ வீக்ஸ், கொஞ்சம் வாரம் தள்ளி போனதுக்கப்புறம் the Lilliputians and their emperor decided. After few weeks, the Lilliputians and their emperor king, what they have known, he is not harmed to us. So they decided to free, to roam na அப்படியே அங்க சுத்தி வருது. So decided to free Gulliver in one condition. On the condition only they have freed Gulliver. What condition? If they need any help, Gulliver want to do that help. So then only they can free Gulliver. Gulliver agreed and they freed Gulliver. Afterwards they built a house for Gulliver and provided food and water to Gulliver. Gulliver stayed with the Lilliputians, helping them in many ways. Once it so happened that the neighboring kingdom of Blefuscu declared war on Lilliput. The king brought 100 ships to mount an attack. The Lilliputians ran to Gulliver for help. The emperor said, "Don't let us down now. Gulliver, we need your help." So what happened? Neighboring country, Gulliver helped the Lilliputians in many ways. So what happened now? Neighboring kingdom, பக்கத்து நாட்டுக்காரன் Blefuscu அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கிங் வந்து he declared war on Lilliputian மேல போர் தொடுக்கிறான். So the king brought hundreds of ships. So the Blefuscu hundreds of ships வச்சுட்டு வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான் to attack Gulliver. So Lilliputians attack Lilliputians, not Gulliver, attack Lilliputians. Lilliputians ran to Gulliver for help. Emperor said, எங்களை கைவிட்டுறாதீங்கப்பா, don't let us down now. எங்களை விட்டுறாதீங்க, கைவிட்டுறாதீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கலிவரை கேட்குறாரு. We need your help. So Lilliputian emperor asked Gulliver a help to attack Blefuscu, neighboring country people. Okay. Gulliver walked into the sea. He took a long rope, tied all the 100 ships together and dragged them in water. Gulliver pulled the ships the whole day, going around and round until the army of Blefuscu was giddy and in no position to fight. The king of Blefuscu came begging for peace between the two kingdoms. The emperor agreed. Gulliver was hailed as a hero and lived peacefully in Lilliput for many years. Listen, Gulliver walked after emperor got help from Gulliver. Gulliver decided to help to Lilliputian. He went into the sea. Gulliver walked into the sea and he took a rope. He took a rope and tied all the hundreds of ships together and dragged them into the water. Gulliver pulled the ships the whole day. He collected all the ships in the whole day and dragging and keep going around until the army Blefuscu was giddy. அந்த கிடிங்கிறது அவருக்கு மயக்கம் வர அளவுக்கு தலை சுத்துற அளவுக்கு see in this picture கிடி தலை சுத்துற அளவுக்கு அந்த ஆர்மி பீப்புளோட ஷிப்ஸ் எல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டு வந்துட்டார். பிளெஃபிஸ்கோ எல்லாம் இழுத்துட்டு வந்துட்டாரு கலிவர். ஸோ there is no way to fight. வழியே இல்லை, சண்டை போடுறதுக்கு வழியே இல்லை. எல்லாத்தையும் எடுத்துட்டு வந்துட்டாரு கலிவர். த கிங் ஆஃப் பிளெஃபிஸ்கோ கேம் ஃபார் பெக்கிங், அப்படியே கெஞ்சுறாரு ஃபார் பீஸ். ஸோ சண்டை போடுறதுக்கு வந்தவர் இப்போ அமைதிக்காக கேட்டுக்கிறாரு. நம்ம ரெண்டு பேர்த்து நாட்டுக்கு இடையிலேயே நம்ம அமைதி வச்சுக்கலாம், சண்டை வேண்டாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிக்கிறார். அப்போ இங்கே திஸ் எம்பரர் லில்லிபுட்டியன் எம்பரர்னோ ஹி அக்செப்ட் தட். பிளெஃபிஸ்கோ கேட்குறது சரி நமக்கு சண்டை வேணாம், நம்ம சமாதானமாகவே போய்க்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறார். ஸோ ஹியர் லில்லிபுட்டியன்ஸ் ஹெயில்டு அனௌன்ஸ் தட் Gulliver as a hero. Finally, they lived peacefully. Gulliver lived peacefully in Lilliputian for many years. So Gulliver lived many years with the Lilliputians. Okay, I hope you have understood this lesson and enjoy this lesson, I hope. Next, book back exercise, grammar, tenses. Kana, now let's see the tenses. There are 3 tenses in English. In that tense and also for each tense have subdivisions, 4 subdivisions. So totally 12 tenses we have. Okay. Simple present tense, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. The same way past, past continuous, past perfect, past perfect continuous. Next future, simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. Now let's see simple present tense. Okay, see the example. Magnet attracts iron. He opens the door and enters the room. Kanyakumari Express departs at 5:15 p.m. Let's see where and when we use simple present tense. Facts that exist at all times. So magnet attracts iron. எப்போ வந்து உண்மைகள் நிரந்தரமான உண்மைகள் இருக்குது இல்லையா, அந்த இடத்துல நம்ம சிம்பிள் ப்ரெசன்ட் டென்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். பர்மனன்ட் சிச்சுவேஷன். ஓகே, ஐ லிவ் இன் சென்னை. பர்மனன்ட் நம்ம இப்போ எங்கே இருக்கோம் அப்படிங்கும்போது பர்மனன்ட் சிச்சுவேஷன், அந்த இடத்துக்கு நம்ம சிம்பிள் ப்ரெசன்ட் டென்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். எக்ஸ்பிரஸிங் ஆக்ஷன்ஸ் ஹேப்பனிங் நவ். இப்போ என்ன ஆக்ஷன்ஸ் நடக்குதோ அப்போ சிம்பிள் ப்ரெசன்ட் டென்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். He opens the doors and enters the room. Then habitual action. Daily நம்ம routine action. There we use simple present tense. Raghavi goes to school at 8:30 a.m. For future reference, Kanyakumari Express departs at 5:15 p.m. So அப்போ depart ஆகும். அப்போ future actions கொஞ்ச நேரத்தில் நடக்கிறது அப்படிங்கும்போது we can use simple present tense. Venkat will leave the class as soon as Abu arrives. So இந்த இடத்துல சீக்கிரம் வந்துருவான் future அப்படிங்கும்போது நம்ம simple present tense யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். So I hope you have understood where and when we use simple present tense. Okay. Present progressive tense is nothing but present continuous tense. You are always disturbing me. My grandfather is reading newspaper now. Present progressive tense. Where we use present progressive tense, that means present continuous tense. Unfinished action now. That action is not finished but still the action is going on. At that time we can use present continuous tense. My grandfather is reading the newspaper now. annoying habits, disturbing habits. You are always disturbing me. Continuous எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் நீ டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கிற அப்படிங்கும்போது we can use present continuous tense. Then future plans in time. ஃபியூச்சரில் இந்த டைமுக்கு இந்த பிளான் நடக்கும் அப்படிங்கும்போது we can use present continuous tense. The Prime Minister is visiting Chennai tomorrow. So present continuous tenseக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா verb pattern எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணணும்னா is, am, is or plus verb ing. Am, is or verb plus ing தான் present continuous tense. ஓகேங்களா? In the same way present tenseக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சப்ஜெக்ட் சிங்குலராக இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா வேர்போட as ஆட் பண்ணணும். சப்ஜெக்ட் ப்ளூரலாக இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா வேர்போட நம்ம s ஆட் பண்ணக்கூடாது. கண்டினியூஸ் டென்ஸுக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சப்ஜெக்ட் ஐ வந்துன்னா am ப்ளஸ் வேர்ப் ஐஎன்ஜி, சிங்குலராக இருந்தால் is ப்ளஸ் வேர்ப் ஐஎன்ஜி போடணும், ப்ளூரலாக இருந்தால் ஆர் ப்ளஸ் வேர்ப் ஐஎன்ஜி ப்ரெசன்ட் கண்டினியூஸ்க்கு. ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட்டு simple past tense. Merlin went to Ooty last week. Once there lived a farmer. He had 4 sons. Listen ma, where we use simple past tense. Completed action. The action totally completed. ஒரு விஷயம் வந்து முழுமையா முடிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் நாம சொல்லும்போது தான் simple past tense யூஸ் பண்ணோம். இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா simple past tense யூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு விஷயம் முடிஞ்ச போது நம்ம மென்ஷன் பண்ணியிருப்போம். last week, okay, last year, last month, yesterday அப்படின்னு பாஸ்ட்டை கரெக்டாக மென்ஷன் பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க அப்படின்னா நம்ம சிம்பிள் பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். கம்ப்ளீட்டட் ஆக்ஷன் தான் சிம்பிள் பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ். ஓகே, மெர்லின் வென்ட் டு ஊட்டி லாஸ்ட் வீக். ஷேக்ஸ்பியர் ரோட் த டெம்பஸ்ட். டெம்பஸ்ட் அவர் எழுதி முடிச்சிட்டாரு, ஸோ ரோட் டெம்பஸ்ட். ஆக்ஷன்ஸ் இன் ஸ்டோரிஸ். கதை சொல்லும்போது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு ஆக்ஷன்ஸ் வந்து பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸில் தான் நம்ம அந்த முடிஞ்சு போன விஷயத்த சொல்லும்போது பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். She boarded the train and looked for her friends. ஸோ ஒரு ஸ்டோரி சொல்லும் போதோ இங்கே எக்ஸாம்பிள் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க பாருங்க. once there lived a farmer. He had 4 sons. ஸோ இந்த இடத்துல நம்ம ஆக்ஷன் கம்ப்ளீட்டட் ஆக்ஷன் மென்ஷன் பண்ணும்போது கம்பல்சரி we have to use past tense. Next, past progressive tense is nothing but past continuous tense. Listen, when I entered the room, the telephone was ringing. So 2 actions is over, completed. Both actions are completed, but one action is going on. Okay, so both actions are completed, but one action is going on at the time. Here we use past continuous tense. When I entered into the நம்ம ரூமுக்குள்ள போகும்போது அங்க என்ன continuous tense நடந்துட்டு இருந்துச்சு? The telephone was ringing. Malathi was watering the plants all day. Listen, this example is first example is apt for you. Past progressive tense where we use overlapping action. That means overlapping action, one action is completed, at the time one action is going on. At the time we have to use past continuous tense. When I entered into the room, the telephone was ringing. Past habits. நம்ம ஒரு பழக்க வழக்கம் முன்னாடி வச்சுட்டு இருந்திருப்போம், அந்த பழக்கத்தை இப்போ கட் பண்ணியிருப்போம், ஆனால் அது வந்து அப்போ இருந்திருக்கும். அருண் வாஸ் ஈட்டிங் எ லாட் ஆஃப் ஜங்க் ஃபுட்ஸ் தோஸ் டேஸ். அப்போ சாப்பிட்டுட்டு இருந்தான், அப்போ பாஸ்ட் கண்டினியூஸ் டென்ஸ். எம்பசிஸ் ஆஃப் லென்த் ஆர் டியூரேஷன். ஒரு லென்த் டியூரேஷன் ஒரு இதை உயர்த்தி சொல்லும்போது அப்போ பாஸ்ட் கண்டினியூஸ் டென்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். மாலதி வாஸ் வாட்டரிங் த பிளான்ட்ஸ் ஆல் டே. அப்போ அந்த அன்னைக்கு ஃபுல்லாக தண்ணி ஊற்றிட்டு இருந்தா அப்படிங்கும்போது பாஸ்ட் கண்டினியூஸ் டென்ஸ். ரீகாலிங் த பாஸ்ட். பாஸ்ட்டை வந்து இப்போ நினைவு கூர்ந்து பார்க்கும்போது ரீகால் பண்ணி பார்க்கும்போது பாஸ்ட் கண்டினியூஸ் டென்ஸ் போடுவோம். இட் வாஸ் ரெய்னிங் தட் டே. ஐ ரிமெம்பர் இட் வெல். நான் இப்போ நினச்சி பார்க்குறேன் அந்த அன்னைக்கு ஃபுல்லாமே மழை பெஞ்சிட்டு இருந்தது. ஸோ லிசன் கேர்ஃபுல்லிமா. பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ் அப்படிங்கும்போது வேர்போட பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். வேர்ப் டூ செகண்ட் ஃபார்ம், வேர்போட செகண்ட் ஃபார்ம் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். அதுதான் பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ். இதுக்கு சிம்பிள் பாஸ்ட்டுக்கு ஓகேவா V2 ஃபார்ம் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். ஒன்றா இடி ஆட் பண்ணுவோம், இல்லை அப்படிங்கும்போது டி மட்டும் ஆட் பண்ணுவோம் பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ்க்கு. இல்லைன்னா வேர்பவே சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிடுவோம். இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஈஸ்னா வாஸ்னு யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம், ஹேவ்னா ஹேட்னு யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். ஓகேவா? இப்போ வேர்போட செகண்ட் ஃபார்ம் போடணும் சிம்பிள் பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ்க்கு. பாஸ்ட் கண்டினியூஸ் டென்ஸ் எழுதும்போது என்ன போடணும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வாஸ் ஆர் வேர். சப்ஜெக்ட் சிங்குலராக இருந்தால் வாஸ் ப்ளஸ் வேர்ப் ஐஎன்ஜி, சப்ஜெக்ட் ப்ளூரலாக இருந்தால் வேர் ப்ளஸ் வேர்ப் ஐஎன்ஜி. Okay, that's it ma. You can write and see the book exercise among yourself. Okay, while the revision time we are going to send the answer for that. Okay, today you find the answer yourself. Okay, thank you ma. Thank you for watching this video.